Right now it's June 13th, 2022. I'm just chilling in my room. Just finished some work for today, for my summer research project. Just wanted to chat about a couple things. So, a couple days ago, I posted a video about talking about the economy and the recession a little bit, and uh, not to say that I called it or anything, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are down by more than 17% since yesterday, which is kind of insane. Same thing with the Nasdaq. It's down almost 4.7% for the day. Dow's down almost 2.8% for the day, which is kind of crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Um, I think that's a sign of uh, of more things to come in the following months. Um, so not to say that I called it or anything, but yeah, nothing totally unexpected from my point of view. Okay, so what are we talking about today? We're talking about success and what it means to be successful. Um, so a lot of you may be wondering, like, why the hell am I doing this? Why am I talking to a camera? And um, like, I started this project as a way for me to organize my thoughts and I think more importantly, to be able to express myself because I think in general I have like kind of a tough time doing that. Like when I meet somebody for the first time, it takes a long time for me to feel comfortable talking with them. And, when I meet people, um, important or successful people like Martin Shkreli or Max Tegmark or like my friends who co-founded this Wombo thing. Um, like from their point of view, they're just regular people, but I have this kind of weird conception in mind that it's supposed to be a big deal or something, and I can't get my words out properly. I think that's pretty dumb. And so if I can practice talking to a camera, if I can do it in a situation with no pressure, I think that's a good way to build up my confidence. Okay, so on being weird, okay, why am I weird? I think if you want to get what you want out of this world, there's this idea that you kind of have to manifest it. And like I truly do believe that is the case. You have to manifest what you want into the world. And the people you attract uh, are kind of a reflection of the energy you put out into the world. So you really have to decide, and this is a very important thing, is what that energy will look like. What do you want to put out into the world? What kind of personality do you want to have? And it's not like you can just decide one day, oh, I'm gonna change my personality and do it. That's not really how it works. It's like it's taken me years and years of like battling with these thoughts in my own mind to kind of develop into the way I am. And like everybody's personalities takes years and years of developing ever since their childhood. And simple things like how many friends did you have as a kid can largely determine how your personality will be for the rest of your life. You know, you can change it step by step, day by day, and it, like communicating with other people is a skill that can be learned, and then how to act around different people is a skill that can be learned. And I think you should approach it with some intention if you really want to get what you want out of the world, right? Like I said before, you have to to manifest. You have to manifest it with the kind of energy you put out there, right? I think especially for men in particular, masculine energy has to do a lot with being able to find a way to express your courage and your determination on something, and this isn't restricted to males, right? I think a lot of really powerful women exhibit a lot of masculine energy, and I think that's great. Um, and those are the kinds of people I want in my life, actually. Not to suck my own dick about it, but like even posting this online, I feel like a little bit of a courageous thing that I'm doing, being vulnerable to just anybody online. I don't know who's watching this, and I think that really builds character. No matter how uncomfortable it makes me, no matter what obstacles in my own head I might face, that's why I'm doing it. Interests. I think it's very hard for me to stay dedicated and motivated and work hard towards stuff. Not to say that I can't do it, but it's really, really important for me to find something that I can really pour my soul into. That's something I've learned about myself is I need to kind of organize my life in a way that I'm always pursuing something that is deeply interesting to me. And only if I organize my life in a way that I'm always pursuing something very interesting to me, that I can be satisfied. Because I don't want to live my life in a way where I'm doing something that I'm not interested in, that I hate. That's unacceptable to me. I won't be able to find the motivation or the work ethic to be able to do good work. So that is something that's very important to me, is relentlessly pursuing things that interest me, and this could be in any area pretty much. I look to examples of people like, for example, I talked to Martin Shkreli the other day, and that guy is an interesting guy. Like, he was in prison, and he basically got a guy to smuggle a cell phone in for him, and he's working like 12 hours a day from his phone. I kind of think that's the kind of person I want to be. There's a lot of examples of people like that who just are so deeply invested in what they do that going to prison for 6 years, 5 or 6 years, can't stop them. And they'll be able to pursue what they love no matter what. And that's the kind of person I want to be. I don't want to be the kind of person that goes to jail for 5 years, but I, I want that kind of work ethic to be able to relentlessly pursue what I love. And the only way I could find that work ethic is to find things that are deeply interesting to me. Another aspect of being successful is finding really good mentors. And they're out there, right? Like, one thing I respect about Shkreli is that he's willing to offer his time to anybody. And he treats every single person with respect, unless you go out of your way to disrespect him. He's willing to explore a lot of issues that affect people that a lot of other people aren't willing to talk about. And a lot of mentors, right? They they're not alive, right? Humans have been around for a very, very long time, and only a small fraction of them exist in this current moment. I think it's something like 5% of people who have ever been alive are alive now. And there's so much knowledge that people have accumulated throughout the years that's available for everybody. But there's so many distractions nowadays. Online, you have access to all the information you need. Like, for example, Martin uses Excel the SEC website and looks through all the filings of all the companies, like these are tools that are available to pretty much everybody. And I think books especially are one of the most powerful, underrated ways of obtaining knowledge. Because like I said, a lot of people are dead, but you can still treat them as mentors just by reading their book. And books are are fascinating. They're so great because you can read at such a high rate, much faster than if you were listening to somebody speak. And books usually are highly edited and condensed, and they contain these people's ideas and their life's work in a very concise way. And I think that's just so wonderful that you can just pick up a book. For example, I'm reading through One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch, one of the greatest investors of all time, and he just explains what his investing philosophy is. And I think that's that's the greatest gift in the world, is being able to access all of human knowledge and being able to connect with people who are long gone. So yeah, to summarize what my philosophy around success is, basically stay weird, manifest what you want into the world, um, pursue interesting things relentlessly, because you can only motivate yourself to do excellent work if you pursue the most interesting things to you. Find good mentors that you can learn from, and they're accessible. There's so many mentors that are accessible, and all you have to do is find the way to reach out to them and find the right ones to guide you. And books. There's so much knowledge and information contained in books that is available to anybody at their local library or their bookstore, and you should use those resources that are available to you.
And one more thing that I forgot to put in the list of my life principles is curiosity, and that's a huge one. It's like I look at a glass of water, and I think it's so fascinating that there's this there's fucking like clear liquid, and then like science has shown that there's like these atoms and molecules just floating around, and the water is made of these molecules of hydrogen and oxygen and minerals, and and then you go deeper than that, and there's like quantum stuff going on. I don't know too much about physics, but I think that's one of the defining things about being a human, is being able to ask these deep questions about life and about consciousness and about the world around you and society, and being able to ask these questions and find out answers for yourself. I think the pursuit of those answers is one of the most fundamental things about the human experience. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you next time.